Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to welcome you guys to another Tarot 101. And in this video, we're really going to explore something that's going to be meaningful for you. We're going to start to look at which major arcana are important in your life's journey. So we're going to calculate, and yes, we're going to use math, guys. I forewarn you, maybe pause this video and get a calculator, because if you're like me, math is not my strong suit. So I had a calculator to figure all this math out. It's not a lot of heavy math. We can get through it if we work together. So today we are going to calculate your personality card, your soul card. And yes, there is a difference between the two. And in some cases, they're the same card. And yes, there is a difference between the soul and the personality card. And yes, it can be the same card. I'll explain as we go forward, but trust me that there is a difference, and whether or not that difference is noticeable or applies to you, well, that's a personal journey, just like anything else. Then we're also going to find out the year card and your personal year card. I know, like I said, lots of math, lots of fun, and like anything else, is another tool that you can use for your advantage, knowing and understanding you a little bit deeper. Now, like I said, if you need to, get a piece of paper, a calculator. We are going to be looking at numbers. Now, we signed up for a very complex journey. And I can guarantee you, everything down to the second of your birth was very clearly written out and agreed upon. Numerology is a fantastic tool that you can use to your advantage. And we're going to apply numerology to, well, today's lesson. Getting into our cards, our personal cards. There's 21 here, and, well, that's 21 distinct archetypes, has its own very unique system, energies, and lore. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Now, I am going to use a general example. And I'm going to walk through it slowly so you can pause and walk through this with me. Additionally, if you get the gist of something or you want to come back to a certain element and figure out that card again, I will have timestamps below for each distinct card formulation. And I don't say distinct, but they are a very unique pattern, if you will. And you'll get the pattern as we go. So we're going to start off with your personality and soul card. They are very much, like you would think, interconnected. So for this purpose, I'm going to use the birthday of July 2nd, 1991. Why? Well, 1991 from a numerology perspective is a fantastic year. And it was a fantastic year. I love 91. It's great. Now, I chose July 2nd because it's kind of the midway point in the year. Kind of a generic birthday, if you will. So, to find out what your soul card and your personality card is, we're going to take that birthday and we're going to break it down to the basic numbers. So, for July 2nd, 1991, it's going to be 7 plus 2 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 1. Now, I used a calculator because that's just way too many numbers. It comes out to 29. Now, we know from last week in our introductory to the major arcana, well, there's only 21. So what we need to do is add the 2 plus 9, which equals 11. So for somebody born on July 2nd, 1991, that is your personality card. Not your soul card, but your personality card. To get your soul card, it has to be under 10. So 9 or 1 to 9 is your soul card. So if we were going to bring down this to the soul card, well, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now, we have these two cards, and some of us, depending on what number we got, may have the same card twice. The difference between your personality card and your soul card is part of what we're trying to figure out. So your soul card is what our soul's purpose is. Our personality, well, it talks about the challenges that we're going to, well, face and overcome. The incongruencies between the two. Talk about incongruencies that we need to heal and work on in this lifetime. So should you have, say you drew the High Priestess as your personality card and as your soul's card, there's not as many incongruencies. Now don't worry about if you have two different cards. Actually, in some ways, if you have two cards, it gives you more information. It can be really hard to find incongruencies when you're dealing with the same card. Because, like I said in my video last month, there are so many symbols hidden within these cards that incongruency isn't as obvious. So, for those blessed to have two cards, that is the difference between your soul card and your personality card. Knowing what your cards are helps you start to see what similarities you have between your personality and your soul, how you can use those to your advantage, and like I said, those incongruencies, you can start to work on them. Start to break patterns, start to heal self. That's why knowing these two cards are so important. Now, I know there are lots of websites that say that they're going to find this out for you. Well, I just gave you the equation. You're breaking down your birthday into a small chunk, if you will. It has to be 21 or under for your personality card. And then for your soul card, of course, it's got to be under 9. Now, just like in math, you can't get to the Fool. However, like I said in last month's video, the Fool belongs nowhere, yet everywhere. Know that he is with you, no matter what your personality and soul cards are. He goes with everything. Just like his amazing man bag. So those will be your cards that don't change, just like your birthday doesn't change. Now, I have worked with clients who don't know their birthday. That adds a whole different can to this work. That adds a whole different perspective to this. And can you find out your true cards? No. You need your birthday to find that true card. Just like you wouldn't be able to find out your astrological birth chart, because you do need that day and that time to figure some of this stuff out. And many of us, when we don't know our birthday, again, we signed up for that too. And I have said this before, not entirely sure why we thought it was a good idea, but it's something we need to learn. Now, we're going to go on to the year card. Now, like every year, this changes, as does the date, right? So to find out the year, if you wanted to find out what card symbolizes this entire year for you, it's pretty easy. You take the year and you add it up. So for this year, it's 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1. I didn't need a calculator for that. I'm actually quite proud. It equals 5. So we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is an important card for this year. It adds another element to what we're trying to deal with within our journey. So knowing that the Hierophant is an important card for everyone globally. It's a year, of course, we've got a 5 of challenge, but of amazing opportunity. We've got the Keeper of Keys. So that is the 2021 card, and it will change on January 1st. We'll have the 2022 card. So now we can go back to our birthday and find out our personal year card that's going to really impact us. It's kind of a clarifier on the Hierophant. So there, you take your birthday and you put it in for this year. Back to the example of the individual born on July the 2nd. We can add a bit more of a clarifier on their year. We know the Hierophant is an important card for them. We can find out our personal year card. There, what you need to do is take your birthday. So again, we go back to the 7 plus 2, but we bring it into this year. Then we add plus 2, plus 0, plus 2, plus 1. That equals 14. Temperance. So we know that the Hierophant and Temperance are important cards for someone born on July 2nd. They're going to impact and interact with the Justice and the High Priestess. Think of it as a 4-card spread. How do these cards interact? How do they impact you? Now, many people believe that you need to bring it down to under 9 for the year card. I'm not so finicky on that because you know what? There's 21. For me, as long as we've got 21, we're good. So we can bring Temperance down again to 4 plus 1. Really amplifying that Hierophant. Does that happen for everyone? No. However, for this individual born on July 2nd, the Hierophant is an incredibly important card along with the Justice card and the High Priestess card. Now, for me, when I'm looking at these 3 cards, what sticks out the most are all these pillars. We have 3 gateway cards. The opportunities, those possibilities, those rites of passage for creating extra balance, understanding, and fulfillment are there. Not to mention that abundance. So even looking at those cards, things come forward for you. That's why we do it. It's such an important tool that we can use to our advantage. Super simple, because once you have found out your personality and your soul card, these don't change. These will, but these ones stay the same. So you can write it down. You can start to look at your soul card, your personality card, and really connect in with them. And then on a yearly basis, you can go forward and check into your year card, or cards, if you will, like this. So go in and do the year, then go in and do your birthday. How do they interact? And does your birthday come forward into another card? These cards are important for you. And this is a great tool to add to your repertoire. I know this is a lot more fun and light than my last month's session. I was feeling really bogged down with all the kind of going over all the cards and introducing them all. I wanted to get away from all the symbolism and get into some of the fun and the play. we can't get too bogged down into tarot, because when we do, that's when we're going to miss out on really easy, right there, hidden in front of you messages. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found it fun and insightful, and that you were able to gain another tool to help you along your journey. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There is so much more coming your way, my friends. I've got lots of learning, healing, and of course, that insight. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing, insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a video. And if you want to, I do have a Patreon page, which helps me to get these messages, this wisdom, these healings out to you. I left a link below in the description box, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends.